Hi, it's Teresa. Thinking this morning, today is moving day for me. I've been living with my mom for almost a year and about 13 months. And my mom has dementia. It's progressed over this year from mild to moderate plus, I would say. She can still drive herself to places that she has, the route memorized. But she's definitely progressing in her condition. And the thing I want to talk about today is how to handle the abuse and the belligerence that comes from people with dementia. Some people with dementia are not really abusive. They may be irritating because they ask questions over and over, or they're confused, or they have like kind of OCD-ish type of behaviors. And I have worked with people who have parents like that, or I've worked with people like that. But my mom's not like that. My mom does have some OCD components for sure, but she can be very abusive and really belligerent. And she has been like that really since her early 40s that I recall. There's a lot of reasons. But it's been really difficult for me. And I was the kid. I'm the oldest of three girls. I was oil and water with my mom. We couldn't be more different. I am totally a free spirit. I'm not a rule follower. I am a creative thinker. And she's pretty much the exact opposite. So we clashed ever since I was first expressing myself as an infant, probably, but for sure as a toddler. And at any rate, this past year's been really stressful for me. I was terrified to move in with her. Absolutely terrified. I had a couple of decades where I was relatively estranged from my family for lots of reasons. It's like I have a story that's so long that would take hours to tell it. And if it's relevant to this channel and what the Lord wants me to do, I will probably talk about that stuff. But at any rate, I was terrified to move in with her because of my past with her, past experiences, and it was hard. But I knew the Lord was putting me through the olive press, as He does. He presses us to bring out the oil in us. The oil is the gifts, the spiritual maturity. It's really Him able to express through us as He created us as vessels. So even while I failed much of the time in having patience with her, I was always repentant and like almost daily begging the Lord, please change my heart. Give me a heart to have patience and compassion for her, because this is nigh on impossible. Like in our flesh, in my flesh alone, impossible. And I'd have moments where I had breakthrough and I felt better towards her and had more patience. But what I've learned a lot is about boundaries. I've interacted with a ton of narcissists in my life, like a lot. And learning boundaries is an important thing. But here's the thing, I just want to get to the point. With my mom, what was key for me to be able to have a shift where I wasn't so completely stressed out by her abusive behavior was I had to really realize that her dementia is like literally there's physical changes in her brain that make some of her behavior she's not responsible for. The other parts is she doesn't treat other people like she treats me. Not my sisters, definitely not people in public. The only other person that she treated like this was her second husband, to some degree. I remember her complaining bitterly about him. So, but even though that's the case, and it felt like it was volitional, it felt like she had choice in the matter, and she was choosing to be so incredibly disrespectful and hurtful to me. But on some level she kind of isn't. Just like everyone who is has narcissistic qualities or emotional maturity or borderline or whatever we want to call it, there's a part of them that's so wounded that literally their brain, and they're in such a state of self-protection that their brain really doesn't work real well. So accepting all that was key for me, a key turning point to help me not take it as personally as much. And then continual prayer, asking the Lord, please give me a new heart towards my mom. Please give me a new heart. Like, I had to pray incessantly. And I don't know, I would give myself a C grade, maybe a B minus. The other day I was asking the Lord, what's my grade as a daughter here in this situation? And I heard A for effort. So, I mean, that kind of counts, right? I mean, with the Lord, it's like, where's our heart, right? But because of my own trauma and my own trauma background with my mom and my family in general and lots of other people, I didn't really have the capacity to be a caregiver, the angel caregiver who can tolerate abuse. Plus, I was living there, so, and had lots of other stress. Sorry, I'm rambling. My point is, though, if I would like to offer, if people are living with somebody or caretaking a demented parent who's abusive and belligerent, I would say what all the articles say, what Google world says. Create boundaries for yourself. Take time for self-care. Remember that they have a mental problem and they can't help it. These are all really important for sure. But if we want to have like the heart capacity to be able to say okay and not be like, one of us is going over a bridge and it's not going to be me, then we actually have to pray and ask God for help. That's been my experience. So it's all those things. It's all the things. And that's what I have to say about my thoughts today. I'm moving. I will be sleeping with my mom one more night because she's moving out to her place on Monday, which is tomorrow. Wow. Amazing. So thanks for listening. God bless.